Well, I'm gonna wait a second because I don't know if you went live or not.
You're too crafty for me.
Ah,
We did
there it
indeed go
is.
live. Something, something,
That's what I
something.
thought.
Watching a child, watching you from the shadows
No,
as a child.
watching from the shadow. It was a James Bond song, and the "You'll never know how I watched you from the shadows as a child." If it
Very
helps,
weird.
Tina Turner sang it.
Okay.
So,
Don't know if it helps that much, but
Pierce Brosnan.
which one was that? Die Another Day? Had to
No,
have
that's
been.
Madonna.
Oh.
Guess I'll die another day.
Oh no, that had to have been the bad one.
Die Another Day was the bad one.
Oh. Well, I know it's not Goldeneye, and I know it's not.
It is Goldeneye.
It's Goldeneye.
It's Goldeneye.
Wow, fake fan. That's my favorite Bond movie too.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah, Goldeneye. I found his
Goldeneye.
weakness.
Not
Goldeneye.
my favorite
You'll
Bond
never
song.
know how I watched you from the shadows as a child.
What a wild thing to say.
I know it's a weird lyric. It's a really weird lyric.
Songs
Oh,
just
and I
were
think
different back then.
I think the next part also goes like, "You'll never know how I watched you from the shadows as a child. You'll never know how it feels so close and be denied."
What the
A little
hell?
weird. Yeah,
Okay.
weird lyrics.
Yeah.
Weird lyrics.
Anyway, on that note, now that we have been shadow banned and kicked off the
You'll
internet.
never know how we talk about video games for a few hours.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say it again, and I was like, we definitely are getting banned.
No, I'm not.
Well,
I feel like you could do a running joke where like you just change the last bit. You always start with "you'll never know," but then find some other line to say. I feel like you could do a repeat joke with that somehow.
yeah. Anything but
Anywho.
I watched you from the shadows as a child.
Which,
Or
theoretically, it could be like innocent, like that song. It's very dark, so I don't know. It's very weird.
or is it that the writer of the song was watching somebody when they were a child, not somebody singing about creeping on a child?
Well, no, because that's the lyric is saying that I watched you from the shadows as a child, which means to me like they are the child watching someone from the shadows.
Okay. You'll get a pass this time, GoldenEye. You're still my favorite Bond movie, but you're on
next time, Gadget.
Gadget. Next time. You're on thin
good.
ice, like Skyfall.
Like Skyfall doesn't have ice.
What?
What are you talking about?
What's the one?
That's not Skyfall.
I'm sorry.
Die Another Day has it, and then also in there is icy scenes in Spectre, and I mean there's a lot of ice scene, but I'm thinking specifically like there's a moment where. Oh wait, no, you're right. Holy shit! At the very end of Skyfall, where they're running across a frozen lake, and he takes the dude's machine gun and he spins around and it falls. You're right. My bad.
I
I'm
will
a fake Bond fan.
take my title as truest Bond fan between the two of us. I would never claim that. That's like saying you know more about Mortal Kombat than me.
I clearly do. There's mortals are in combat.
Yeah, I mean, what else is there?
What else is there to know about?
Yeah. Anyway, you know what a cool bit would be? We'd have to get somebody impartial to do this. And probably
To punch someone in the nuts every stream?
yeah.
Johnny Cage style?
How'd you know exactly what I was going to say?
Was that actually what it was going to be?
Yeah. No. Somebody would have to vet the questions, but it would be cool to see who, like maybe we could pick a topic and it'd be like we get quizzed on that topic, like who can answer more questions correctly in a particular, like imagine for you it'd be James Bond. For me it could be like Mortal Kombat or Pokemon or Sonic. And see
I
like
feel like anything I'm an expert at would be easier for me to be an expert at than the things you might come. What I mean by that, so for example, for using James Bond and Mortal Kombat as a comparison, James Bond doesn't have as much lore as Mortal Kombat. So like as far as I can tell, at least. So like, if someone asks you like a deep dive question from Mortal Kombat lore, like I feel like that's harder than a deep dive Bond lore question from the movie specifically.
Mm.
I see because I haven't read the book, so I can't say like I know the Bond lore entirely. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, you could say Bond films. I would be really curious about that. Yeah, maybe then it's
I feel
like
like
if you
I feel
get
like there'd be more for you, like more stuff that you would have to memorize or like research for Mortal Kombat.
maybe. I almost just want to go in with our knowledge that we just have on hand at any day, any given day. I don't know.
That'd
Maybe
be kind of fun.
2026 can be our game show year. Uh, I do think it would be cool to do something like that. I love when people do quiz shows and even just as like a little bit. I don't know. We need a third person or I don't know
Gilmer.
an MC or something. Gilmer, no, it would all just be dick jokes. Anyway, speaking of dick jokes, welcome back to Talk Tuesday, Gilmer.
I'm Alan.
I am Alan as well. We are Alan and Alan. Um, this time, for reals, we are going to actually
Yes.
go through our part 2 of our Game Awards predictions / just general thoughts. And again, we clearly have not played most of the games that are on this list. However,
I played one game that came out in 2025, and that was technically a port from a 2024 game.
I think I played probably more games released this year than I have any year. Maybe not ever, but like more than usual. I'm usually catching up, but there was a lot this year that I was like, no, non-negotiable. Like Ninja Gaiden 4. Like that game could have come out and gotten like just the worst reviews, and I still would have gotten it day one. Like there's no
You had to. It's Ninja Gaiden.
yeah, there's no world where I don't. Although that being said, the newest Mortal Kombat, I say, 5 years into its life, I actually didn't even get at launch, which is all the review you need.
Fake Mortal Kombat fan.
I know, fake fan. No, I didn't really like. I was like, oh, cool, new Mortal Kombat. I'm excited for a new Mortal Kombat, but immediately the story, I was just like, this feels dumb.
Excuse me.
But anyway, so we are eventually going to be talking about the. I have a good segue. We're going to eventually be talking about the Game Awards games, the TGA Game Awards that are going to be on this Thursday. And instead of a Throwdown Thursday, I'm going to be Sakura. I miss that guy.
I do too. I was trying to find him on Facebook again, but I remember his last name too, but which I will not say on mic. But
I say it a lot.
Just for, but like I can't find him anymore. I don't think he's on Facebook anymore. We were friends with him on Facebook. I know.
Yeah, we
that.
both were. I'm going to follow you, huh? No, don't follow me.
I got a girlfriend.
I have
a girlfriend.
Sensei, it's so hot in here. Give me more points.
That one of the most quotable people in our entire life.
Oh yeah, totally. That's easily top 5.
Anyway,
yeah. So Game Awards are going to be this Thursday at 7:30 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to co-stream those, and I know it goes late. I'm going to regret staying up late watching it, but I'm going to because I do every year. So in place of Throwdown Thursday, instead of people throwing down, it'll be games throwing down against each other. So it'll still count. I'm still counting it. But beforehand, I thought we could talk about some things that we experienced this week. I have a good segue. And maybe get the...
Did you ride a Segway?
I did. Did you know the guy... I don't know if it was the creator, but like the CEO or something of Segway died on a Segway.
Sounds about right.
Isn't that wild? Like, and not even like a battery exploded or he was hit by a car. He flew off a cliff. Like, I wish this was a bit. Like, I wish, but it's real. Like, you can look. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't like it was like the CFO or something. But like he fell off of a cliff on a Segway. The CEO of Segway or CFO of Segway. Wild. Anyway, talk about the heavy one first, and the one that just probably impacted me the most this week. We mentioned Mortal Kombat.
Mm,
You know where I'm going with
yep,
this.
I do.
The illustrious Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa, the guy who played Shang Tsung 3 separate times. He played Shang Tsung 3 times.
What's even more wild is that like it got announced on Tuesday last week, and we just finished the stream, and that's when we both like found out about it.
I know. I
Like,
like got I got in bed and pulled up Facebook, and it was just like Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa dead at 75. I was like, fuck. Also, like, it sucks that we didn't get to talk about it, but I was like, obviously very upset. I was gonna watch Mortal Kombat and or my favorite Disney Channel original movie, Johnny Tsunami.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's one of the only good ones. I was gonna watch it this weekend, but oh my god, dude, I worked like 60 hours this week between my 9 to 5 and my freelance stuff. I had like I had like no time this week. It's a miracle I have anything to talk about. But that was that one sucked. I can't think of many. I'm sure there are performances where one particular actor made it so iconic to them and transformed it. Because the thing you also have to remember about Shang Tsung is that all we had to go off of before that was Mortal Kombat 1, like the arcade game, where the only lore that you got was a little bit of a text. It's not like he does a whole lot in that. Back in the day, it was just sprites.
Sorry, that's Harvey. My wife just got home.
Harvey Korgman?
Harvey Korgman barking up a storm.
Yeah.
Barking up a storm.
Harvey be
waking
barking.
up my daughter. She's back to sleep. We're good.
But yeah, like he just took that role and made it his own. And I remember seeing something about when he auditioned for this role, he like came in and he like I don't know if this is true. I heard that he was wearing that coat. Like the Shang Tsung
Really?
coat was his actual coat. This feels like one of those things where it's
Wow.
like, this feels too good to be true, but he actually owned that coat and they were like, yeah, this totally fits. Because the Shang Tsung in the game is like just an old man. And like, very like low, what's the guy from Low I think it's Lopan from
What?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, it's been ages since. Are you thinking of Pat Morita?
No.
No, not Pat Morita. Victor Wong is in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. He's I think his character's name is Lopan in that. And also where they got the Raiden inspiration from, because we have pointy hat electric guy.
Yes.
But yeah, he just had this kind of traditional Chinese garb. And then in the movie, in the 95 Mortal Kombat movie, Cary Tagawa came in and just like, again, I don't know if this is true, but I heard he showed up with that trench coat, the leather trench coat, and stood on a chair to do his audition. And they were just like, that we were blown away by the gravitas of him. And
he had a presence, man.
Yeah.
He had a crazy presence.
And I can absolutely see that just from, and he brings such a the angle that I think I love most that he brings to Shang Tsung is the charm, like the sickly
it's
sweet.
James Hong is David Lopan.
Oh, okay. Wait, James
Sorry,
Hong, really?
Continue. Yeah, James
That's
Hong.
so funny. He's been in freaking everything.
It's funny. It shows where my mind is, because James Hong is like a prolific actor who is still working even today, like doing voiceover and stuff like that. And I go with Victor Wong because he's the grandpa from Three Ninjas.
Well, I'm embarrassed that have never seen any of those, aside from like, I think I've watched them at friends' houses as a kid.
Oh my god, I want you to watch them so bad. I don't think you're gonna like them. It's not like I don't think there's like any, there. This is not like how like I will like stump for Bluey. Like I still think that if you get far enough in Bluey, you're going to have the same appreciate. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen, but that's that's what my internal monologue is.
Yeah.
I don't ever expect you to have appreciation for Three Ninjas.
I don't know. It
is
90s and cheesy as all hell, so maybe.
It is extremely cheesy. Oh my god! All right, we got to do an experience share. You watch Three Ninjas. You pick a movie for me.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't have to be for next week. We can iron it out off mic, but just keep that in the back of your mind.
So, I have an idea for something a bit larger scale. for like media shares like that. Um, we don't have to talk about it now, but I can at least tell you the idea that I have.
Okay.
So I'm sure some of these things that we would want each other to experience are video games, which obviously take a lot longer. We both have way less free time. What if
Well,
we?
it also it's hard for me to find time to play games that are not for the show. That's
Right.
the
Yeah. What if we did something, and this is a tentative title, the first thing that came to my mind was like quarterly quest, where every 3 months, so every quarter of the year, we have 3 months to play a game or watch, a complete show or something like that that we give to each other. Or like, you could say like watch all the Fast and Furious movies, if I hadn't seen all of them, something that's like a substantial amount of time, like a video game, but not like, complete every freaking Ninja Gaiden game on the highest difficulty or, something like that. But like something that we want to share that the other person we think would genuinely recommend. Like one of my first ones, I'll just spoil it now, is going to be Near Replicant, probably, because I want you to experience
I
that.
don't own it.
So I have it,
I've
and I will give it to you.
I have Near Automata.
I know, but you need to play Replicant first to
No, that's
love.
Oh, there is the big thing. Hold on.
Oh yeah, please explore. I'm so glad this is on stream.
What is? I think it's a stink bug.
Oh, okay. When we were setting up, Josh was like, there is some giant creature flying around my room. And I'm thinking it's like a bat or something, but he was like, it's a big bug or something. I'm hoping it can make an appearance on camera. He's going to battle with it. Oh, he's plus on block. What's he gonna do on wake up? What's the options here? What's the mix? Oh, Josh is in burnout mode. He's out of meter.
I got it. I don't know where it went because I swatted it so hard.
Nice.
It didn't stick to the thing, but I got
You
it.
sent cops to its house?
Yeah. I don't know where it went. It's somewhere over in this side of the room.
Josh just
That's
gets
all I know.
swarmed by bugs.
But I got whatever it was. I will search for it later.
Okay. I don't know if it
I
picked
still
up.
got my weapon if it comes back.
Yeah. If you touch that, what does it feel like?
I did that before. I don't recommend.
Put your tongue on it. Put your dick on it. Put my tongue on your dick and then put your dick on it.
You find out like years later that caused a problem with so many men's marriages because they tried it and the wife's like, you keep saying your dick has no feeling anymore. It's like, I put it on an electric fly swatter. What do you want from me?
I don't know if that's because it got so numb or because it felt so good that they're just like, wow. Where's Gilmer?
Where's Gilmer?
Hashtag where's Gilmer? Anyway, we were talking about somebody that we like a lot dying, so get that mood back.
That's wild. Anyway,
I'm really sad. Kerry Tagawa he made Shang Tsung's character so much so that he played him again in the short series that was not very good, Mortal Kombat Conquest, or no Conquest. Oh my god, Mortal Kombat Conquest was the live action, like primetime TV, low budget TV show that they made, which has its moments. No, he was in Mortal Kombat Legacy, which was like that gritty, grounded kind of reboot series that was just mostly forgettable. But then he came back and reprised his role as Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 11. They brought him back to do the mocap. He did the voice. Oh no. Does it smell like burnt stink bug?
It smells like it was a stink bug because something is stanky.
Doesn't that attract more?
Allegedly, I don't. I mean, I had to get rid of it somehow.
Yeah, could have just eaten it.
Oh, it smells bad.
Oh my god. Well, please enjoy this.
I may have to go find it.
Okay.
That was awful.
Yeah, I can practically smell it from here. It's practically here.
Anyway,
yeah, so they brought Kerry Tagawa back to play Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 11, did the mocap, did the voice, did a ton of great references to the movies, and even they did a costume pack in MK11 for Raiden, Johnny Cage, and Sonya with the original actors from the movie. So you can and voice lines. So you can like play as movie Raiden and against movie Shang Tsung, and they have
Oh,
like
that's cool.
different. They Christopher Lambert came back to do like voices for his Raiden.
Excuse me, it's Lambert. It's Lambert.
Lambert, Christopher Lambert
Lambert.
is
I have
French.
no. Talk about a dude who like stuck in the minds of nerd culture because of two roles.
Yeah, you're right. Raiden and
Mortal
Highlander.
Kombat, Raiden and Highlander, and like I don't know anything else he's in.
That's so funny.
He's still in stuff though, like he's done like movies and shit still.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know him from anything else.
And I don't know if this is no, I don't think he is. I thought there was another Highlander Mortal Kombat connection. I can't remember. Maybe it's in one of the sequels. But yeah, obviously very beloved. He even played to connect to another fighting game series. He played Heihachi in the terrible Tekken live action movie.
Oh wow!
The dude with the big hair, which like he was probably the best part of that movie. Like I'm not a big Tekken guy, so even not being a big Tekken guy, I was still like, yo, this is awful. But he was great in that as Heihachi. He looked the part too. One of the only characters who did in that movie. And then he was part Hawaiian as well. So having him show up as the I just want to call him Sensei and Johnny Tsunami was man, very cool. I'm gonna miss him. 75. He had a stroke, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah,
is that what it was?
I think so. That's
I am happy that I was really worried because you know how people always do too soon jokes, and I'm not going to make the joke, but you could see where it would go. Like no one did a finish him joke. You're like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like that would have been such an easy layup for like a really distasteful joke. Yeah, and I know I'm kind of like hinting at it now. Like you can see where the joke would be. I'm just happy no one did it.
Yeah. I saw.
Not that I saw, I should say. I'm sure somebody did.
Yeah, I mean, I saw somebody saying. I saw some people like on Twitter just saying dumb shit, but like I did see a couple of cool like little tributes based on his lines from the movie. Like there's one where like he has his hands up and he's like conjuring the evils of the outworld or whatever, and in the movie he says it has begun, but then it's like black and white and it says like it has ended, or like I think it was like I think it said it has ended, or I think Ed Boon, when he shared on social media, he said something like, instead of the "your soul is mine," he said "your soul is eternal," which was cool. I honestly can't think of another character where like one particular actor has given so much to that character. I mean, outside of like when you see Iron Man, like you're just gonna think Robert Downey Jr. Because of the legacy of and that was decades of movies. This is one movie. And a small part in one show and one character in a video game, but like it all came from one movie.
It's that movie I think had like just a crazy amount of staying power with gaming fans. Like I'm not a Mortal Kombat fan, but I like that movie. It's a fun movie.
My mom likes that movie. That's like
that's wild.
Never get her to watch or play any of the weird shit that I would experience. And one of the two of the things that she loved, and to this day we'll still talk about, is Mortal Kombat, even Annihilation, which takes a lot to love that movie, even for me.
That movie's not great.
It's one of the movies of all time.
Is it a movie? It's on film.
It sure is. There are characters, and there is dialogue. But the other one is Beast Wars. She would love watching Beast Wars with me. We sat and cried at like the end of season 1 of Beast Wars. Has like such a tearjerker like cliffhanger ending, and we sat and cried together. And like I could barely get my mom to like pay 2 seconds of attention to what I was ever doing on the TV when I was a kid. But yeah, R.I.P. to a real one. Your soul is eternal, sir. I'm gonna try to watch Mortal Kombat and Johnny Tsunami this weekend. I almost said tonight. After we get off at like it's 10:30, I'm gonna watch
God
two
knows how
movies
what time.
and get up at 5 a.m. for work tomorrow. So
I got off tomorrow, which is nice, but I can't sleep in. I have to take care of my daughter. So
lame. Yeah,
yeah,
she's
it is what it is.
kiddo is sicko.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have one more thing I can segue into before you talk about your week. Just because we were already talking about it. We were talking about Tekken. Katsuhiro Harada-san is retiring. The guy who created Tekken. After 30
Oh
years,
wow.
Harada is finally out. I hope that's his first name.
Wow.
I think that's his first name. Harada
Oh
is
wow.
famous for being a cool guy and creating one of, I know I'm not like a huge Tekken guy, which is weird because I love 3D fighters. I think he's one of the most, he's created one of the most iconic video game franchises of all time. You could ask somebody who doesn't know anything about the franchise, and they could probably name 5 to 10 characters just from like seeing them around the space of, I mean, even just visually, like Jin and Kazuya and Yoshimitsu and Paul, his freaking big ass,
Oh.
his big ass hair, the pillar of hair. You know,
I also feel like Tekken is like one of those like sleeper popular games. What I mean by that is like it's immensely popular, but it's never talked about. At least not I whenever I see discourse of like fighting games in general online, it's either Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Once in a while I'll see a Soul Calibur thing in there, but part of that's also a little distorted because I have a buddy who like plays competitive Soul Calibur and was like
yeah,
number 4 in the world at one point in
that's
time,
sick.
like was like genuinely like he still is a good player, but now he does a lot more like he does like teaching type of stuff. But in any case, um so like I can't really, so that's that, for at least my perception of Soul Calibur comes from a bias, but like I never see people talking about Tekken, but I know it's
That's
immensely popular.
that's so funny because like it's the same people that made Soul Calibur. That like Soul Calibur is like an offshoot of Tekken. Yeah, I think, I mean, my experience is also like I'm very involved in fighting game culture and the community, so like that for me is like big three. Like you talk big three of anime, those are like Mortal Kombat, like the triumvirate of like most popular fighting games is for me always been Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Tekken.
Mhm.
And I am into them in descending order in that same level. Like I love Mortal Kombat. I like Street Fighter, and I have played some Tekken.
I tolerate Tekken.
I tolerate Tekken. I want to like it more, and I think, and here's like, not, I'll loop back around, but I think it's because I got into Dead or Alive instead of Tekken, and I just liked what Dead or Alive did more. It doesn't feel as clunky.
Oh, I know what you like Dead or Alive did more.
Oh yeah,
Jiggle physics.
jiggle physics. No, it's so funny because this is why I hate talking about Dead or Alive, because it could have, it's
It always boils down to that fan servicey thing instead of looking at it critically as
yes,
like on its own merit.
it's an excellent fighting game series, and I don't think it has the recognizability in terms of its characters. Like a couple of its characters, I mean, Ryu Hayabusa, there's a lot of crossover from Ninja Gaiden, but like the main couple, like Kasumi and Ayane, the red-haired one and the purple-haired one, like if you saw those characters, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's Dead or Alive.
I wouldn't be able to tell you, but that's just, I'm not a fighting game fan.
Yeah.
So I'm,
I don't know if you have to
but
be.
continue.
But yeah, I got into those. I loved the like the just balls to the wallsness of it, the bombastic kind of over the top. Like Tekken is very grounded and technical, and I just want to throw somebody off of a building, and and then jump down and continue the fight. Like which you could eventually do in Tekken, but Dead or Alive definitely did it first. I also was not a PlayStation kid growing up, and I probably would have gotten way more into Tekken if my first PlayStation system was I got a PS2 Slim when the PS3 came out, so I was very late to
Wow, I didn't know
PlayStation.
that.
Yeah,
Considering you were such a big Shadow of the Colossus fan, I figured you were like
I
an
know,
early PS2 adopter.
but that was like one of the first. PS2 games I think I played.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I think I
That's
got the
wild.
system for that I really wanted to play. And I still haven't gone back and like I've played Spyro, I've played Crash, but I think I missed the boat a little bit. Like I'm like, yeah, these are fine, but I'm just not really. I don't know. I'm much more into like newer Sony titles, like the Astrobots and the I want to say Uncharted, but then I haven't actually played them. I love what I've seen and the little small bit that I have played of Uncharted. Um, but anyway,
I'd be curious. I feel like if any of those that you mentioned, like in terms of old Sony properties, I feel like you would enjoy Spyro more than Crash.
mm,
Crash, like Spyro, I think feels like that, like when you play, like, yeah, this is what, what I remember 3D platformers used to be. And
yeah,
then Crash is like, oh God, this is what 3D platformers used to like. I don't even mean that in completely derogatorily towards Crash. I
yeah,
think Crash is just like the physics of it are very hard to get used to now with modern context versus I played
yeah,
Spyro like on original hardware or on not I played on my PS3 but I used the PS1 disc so
yeah,
it was like the original game and it controlled like a dream still like it
yeah.
was honestly like it was honestly really solid but anyway sorry we have a lot to
We
go
do.
through today so we've already gotten off track.
That's always how it goes. But yeah, so last thing I'll say about Harada retiring, it seems like, and he has said a little bit as much, that Itagaki, speaking of Dead or Alive, Itagaki-san dying was part of his decision to retire. I think he's realizing that he probably works too hard, and he's probably gonna be like, well, I'm gonna get out before this kills me, which is still just so it's so sad that that's still such a thing in Japanese companies is just like work till you die, like never take breaks because then that's weak. Uh, just work forever, and then
Hmm.
go out and drink your drink your work day away. Um,
Yep.
yeah, one thing I'm not looking forward to, if and when I make it over there. But yeah, that's a little bit of things I have experienced. Do you have anything noteworthy that you experienced this week?
Other than our fucking pipes freezing again.
Again.
Um, again, no, it's fine. It's gonna be like 37 degrees tomorrow. So it
Oh,
should be.
I got it this time. Clerks.
There you go. It should be which is above freezing, so I should be fine tomorrow. And then we'll
Yeah.
just make sure to like run the water like at night so it doesn't freeze overnight.
Yeah. It was like
Um,
single digits
anyway,
today.
it was 9 degrees last night, which is what did it.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
I blame the
It's
stink bugs.
frustrating, but yeah. But other than that, and my daughter being sick, which was no fun,
Yeah.
but she was a champ. She was very chill today. It was honestly a really easy day, all things considered.
Mm,
Um,
nice.
so the what I did experience though, I played Hitman 2016 again,
Yeah, I was watching.
and dude, that is I love that game so much. It is so fun. I actually so I owned Hitman 2 already, so I installed that. But it was funny. I was looking for. I'm like, you know what? There's like bonus things, like bonus missions you can get. I was like, you know what? If it's like $2,
Mm,
um uh if it's like $2, I'll pick it up. So I go look to see if I can buy just that mission. And of course, there's like Hitman's problem is the same thing, kind of like what Borderlands 2 went through like a decade ago, where it's like there's 70 different versions that you can pay for or buy, and it's
yeah.
like which is the one that you want to get. Well, I bought one, and I thought it was just like it was going to have the things that I needed, and it does. Turns out it's Hitman 3, and I bought it for 299. It was on sale for 75% off, and I bought it for 299 and
Dang.
or more than 75% because I think it's normally like $30. So I think it was like 90%
Whoa.
off. And then on top of that, I had leftover money from a gift card that someone gave me.
Nice.
I had $3.86 left in my Sony wallet, and after tax, I had like it was like 311 or some shit like that,
Nice.
or I don't know, whatever the tax was, 318. And so then I have like 50 cents left over, so I got Hitman 3 for free,
That's awesome.
completely free.
This is just a port of the
So I
PS2 one.
no, Hitman 3 is a full game.
Wait, like,
What?
are you talking
So
about the original
I
Hitman 3 on PS2?
No, no, no. There's no Hitman 1, 2, and 3 on the original. There's Hitman Agent. The original Hitman game is like Hitman Agent 47. They rebooted the series in 2016, and
Yeah.
it's just called Hitman, Hitman 2, and Hitman 3, and they're completely different games
Oh.
than the originals. Um, so
That's why I was surprised when you said it was $30, and I was like, I cannot believe that a game that old is still $30. But you're
no,
talking, so
no, it's
there's a new one of the new rebooted trilogy,
yes.
the Hitman 3 you got for
So
free.
originally, it was Hitman Codename 47 is the original game from 2000.
Okay.
Then there's Hitman 2 Silent Assassin.
Right.
So I apologize, I was wrong. There is a Hitman 2, but there's a whatever after it, a subtitle, Silent Assassin, which was 2002. Then there was Hitman Contracts in 2004,
Hmm.
Hitman Blood Money in 2006, which was really popular. Hitman Trilogy was released in 2007, and then the series went quiet for 6 years until Hitman Absolution in 2012, which I remember the
Right.
advertising for that game. Um, I remember the advertising for that game. Like there was like a lot because I worked at GameStop at the time, so I saw a
Yeah.
lot of like stuff with it.
That was when
Then
Splinter
there's like,
Cell started to have a resurgence around then, too.
well, they had like two games of that resurgence, and then it just went away again.
Yeah. That first one was really good.
Then Hitman HD Trilogy, Hitman Go, which was like a mobile turn-based mobile game.
Hitman
Wait,
Go. I'm just imagining Pokemon Go, but you kill people instead of catch Pokemon.
right? There is Hitman Sniper, which is a 2015 mobile shooting gallery game,
Okay.
and that which was Hitman Go was 2014, Hitman Sniper was 2015, then Hitman Internet, like the one that I played, was 2016. Hitman 2 was 2018, and then Hitman 3 is 2013, or sorry, 2021, 2013. Why did I say
Wow.
that?
Going
Um,
back.
2021. And the reason I actually was playing it, because one, I'm going to be doing an episode on it. I have to like record it sometime in January. Um, the developer of the Hitman series, literally the entire time, it's only been one dev the entire time, which is
Wow.
IO Interactive.
That's rare.
That's extremely rare. Well, they are making the newest James Bond game.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're just trying to wet your whistle
So,
before you're like, I'm going to
yep,
play this and pretend that I'm James Bond so I can get excited for this new
dude,
game.
it is like once I saw when I don't remember if I played Hitman prior to the announcement or if it was after. I could have sworn I played it. It was after the announcement because I played. Whoa, actually no. When I'm gonna have to see when was Hit 007 First Light announced. I'm gonna look that up real quick, because uh, it was fully revealed in June 2025. No, it was
I say, I
yeah,
thought it was this
James
year.
Bond game in November. IO Interactive announced the development of a new James Bond game in November of 2020. In early 2021 is when I played Hitman, the 2016 Hitman game for the first time. So
Wow.
I very much was like, well, let me see what they've been doing with Hitman. And I played it, and I I love it. It is so fun,
Yeah.
and I fell in love with the games from there. I even went back and I tried the first game, and I can see a lot of the DNA.
Mm.
It's not my favorite because it's from 2000,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's like there is a lot of like cool stuff in there
Yeah.
that I like. They also did the Kane and Lynch games, which I forgot. Kane and Lynch, Dead Men, and Kane and Lynch,
Oh.
Dog Days.
I really liked that first one. I liked the narrative of it. Like the game was a little clunky, but I thought it was pretty good. And the narrative was great. It was like I feel like I was watching a movie.
I will have to give it a shot at some point. I just yeah. So yeah, so they once that was announced, I'm like, well, let me see what they've been doing, and man, it is like each mission starts off with like at whatever location you're at, like welcome to Cairo, Agent 47,
Yeah.
and then it's like reading a whole thing. I'm like, it feels like something straight out of a James Bond
Right.
movie. Like it, yeah.
You could
Um,
easily just mod the dialogue to say Agent 007 and then give him hair and then it's James Bond. That's all you need to
Pretty
do.
much. I do hope the new 007 game is going to be more action oriented because I feel that fits Bond a lot better.
Yeah.
Because Bond, if you watch the movies, Bond's not a good spy. He's not. It's just a fact of life. He's
Yeah.
not actually a good spy.
And then he gets caught and has to shoot
Um,
his way out. And that's when you're like, yeah, hell yeah.
yeah. So I hope that the new one, from what I've seen with some of the teasers, I try not to watch a lot of it because I don't want any spoilers. Like
Mm,
I don't want to know anything going into it. I want to be completely oblivious to what's happening. So I I played it, loved it, and then I replayed it for the show just last week. Beat it. It literally. It's funny. I'll say this real quick before we get into the Game Awards. Um, it made it into my top 5 games played on PlayStation this year because I beat the game in about 11 hours,
mm.
and then I started Hitman 2 just because I still wanted to play more,
Yeah.
and the I posted it on Blue Sky. The stuff you can do in these games
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
insane. Um,
I was telling you
I
when you were
I
playing, when you were streaming, I was like, I think I killed somebody with a muffin in this game when I played it.
There was I in the second mission of the second game, you have to go to like this racetrack and you have to take out this father and daughter who own basically they're like rich people that fucking like fund war crimes and shit like that. Awful
Yeah.
people.
The
Um
Rothschilds in
but
IRL.
so as you're walking around like the racetrack, you see some dude like wearing a giant flamingo suit, like a mascot
Yeah.
flamingo, and he's panicking. And apparently, this dude is like has like some dirt that was able to link the this woman and her dad to said war crimes, and he was going to try to blackmail her for it and get a lot of money out of
Pink
it,
mail.
type of thing. Um, and so so you hear that and you basically what did I do? He's like looking for the key to his car. So and when he mugged the original flamingo suit dude who was the actual mascot, he dropped it. So you have to go over there, get his key. You give it to him. He's like, "Oh, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it." And as he's walking away, I look around to make sure there's nobody around in security cameras. I knock that fucker out,
Yeah.
wear his flamingo suit,
Hmm.
and put him in a dumpster, as you do,
As you do.
as you do in Hitman. Well,
Customary. And
so he told the lady that the woman that like, oh, I'm going to be wearing a flamenco suit, so like he already knows, so she already knows. So you go over to where you're supposed to meet her, and her guards let you in, and they just say, hey, or just wait here. And so you're sitting at like this cafe table outside, like that, it's completely cordoned off,
yeah.
but there's just him sitting down and he looks so sad. He look I if you all go to my Blue Sky at stillloadingpodcast.com, you know what, Andrew, I'm gonna copy the image quick and send it to you on Discord. Are you able to look? I know you can't put it up on
Yeah. Well,
actually, you know
you
what?
can do it if you screen share. Or actually, no, if you put it
Yeah.
in Discord, I will pop out of the full screen again and then
Here, no,
we can
I'll
see it.
screen share real quick.
Okay.
All right.
it's like
You see that?
it's like sad Keanu.
It's so good. And he's just waiting. It's funny because when I was having to rush because when I saw how ridiculous this was,
Yeah.
like I didn't. So you can't send pick screenshots from your PS4 to like your email anymore. You have to do it like either via a USB drive or something like
Yeah.
that. And I don't have time for that.
You can't do it on
So what I
Facebook
did
either. It's
was
so
I
dumb.
I paused the game. I opened up Streamlabs, which the PS4 was already streaming through, and then I brought up my screenshot tool, my screenshotting tool, the snip tool,
Yeah.
and then I unpaused it, clicked this snip tool, and clicked and dragged real quick and saved the picture. What's funny is just off screen though, the woman that I'm waiting for is just like right behind
Oh my
like
god.
some other thing. So she's like right there.
Can you zoom? Wait, can you zoom in on
Oh,
that
sorry.
so it looks like that's who I'm talking to?
Hold on.
I'll use that for the thumbnail.
Oh, hold on. You know what? I can. Uh, where are you at?
Where
Where
are
are
you
you at?
at?
Why can't I?
Where are you at?
I'm trying to remember what I saved it as.
Oh, you can just do
Hold
the
on.
image that you just brought up and just like
I
control
tried
plus.
it. It's just it's zooming the text, but not really the image.
Oh, lame.
That's why I was trying to figure out where. There it is. Okay. Do you see the picture thing over top of it,
You're not
or no?
screen sharing anymore.
It should be.
It is not.
Well, let me stop, and then let me screen share. Okay. You might have to like zoom me out again or something like that.
Hmm. Let's try. Zoomed out.
Remember how before you had to like
Turn her off and on
switch?
again. Yeah, I just saw her chat when I was trying to get my thing working. Bless you. Damn.
I'm good. Let me know if you can see it.
Nope.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm streaming it.
Okay, I don't. Oh, you're streaming it?
Yeah, like I screen share.
Oh, okay. Because in Discord you can like start streams. Yep. No, it's
Well,
not.
that's how you share a screen. You stream it.
Well, it doesn't say that you are. I don't know why it only works once. It's fine. I can blow it up just from the.
I'm gonna try one more time.
Okay. You can also post it in the chat, and we can see it that way. This is
I put a
far
I
too
put a
much work.
picture in our Discord chat.
Okay. This is too much work for this one joke. It's so weird.
I know it's so funny to me. I love it.
Wait, did we get it? Yeah. Uh, gotta get a little more.
That's perfect. That's wonderful.
That's so good. My guest today is a sad, depressed flamingo.
And very angry. Look at those eyes.
I know. He kind of looks like the dodos from Animal Crossing. Oh my god, that's funny.
But yeah, so that's it's funny. So that's what I've been playing. It's been a grand old time, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. So
Nice.
yeah, that's what I've been playing. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, last thing I'll say, and this will be very quick, because I did get my PlayStation Wrapped for like
Oh
which games
yeah.
I played most on my PlayStation, my PlayStation accounts this year. Um, I'm not going to make you guess the hours or anything. Number
Okay.
5 is the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. I played Uncharted 1. That was 9 hours between Uncharted 1 and a smidge of
Okay.
Uncharted 2. Astro's Playroom, 10 hours. That's mainly my daughter. She's been really into Astrobot this year.
I love it.
Number 3, Hitman, at 11 hours. Number 2, my second overall out of the top 5 of played games, excuse me, was Indiana Jones and the Great Circle at 29 hours. And at number 1, with no surprise, both from either me or the fact that my daughter plays this, I think I maybe have. I'm going to be generous and say about 25. I'm going to say 30 of these hours. I'll be generous and say I have 30 of these hours.
Okay.
114 hours in Astrobot.
Whoa. Whoa. Dang, that's the kind of time
She
I wish I was
really
putting into
likes
that game.
Astrobot. She really likes Astrobot. It's been, and she's good at it too. It's been cool to see. So
Dang.
those were my top 5 of what I played this year. And of course, then it's like your number 1 category was platformer. I'm like, well, no shit.
Yeah, no shit. I got 100 hours in one. That's
It is
cool.
wild.
I gotta get Astrobot. I want it so bad.
It's it's great, dude. It's genuinely there's so much joy. It's just joy. It's
Yeah,
just joy. That's
joy
all I
and
can say. It's just
wonder.
joy
I
and
loved
whimsy.
whimsy and wonder. I loved Astro's Playroom. Like I loved that was the last game I platinumed. Like
Mm,
granted, it's not that hard to do so, but it's the last one where I wasn't like, okay, I beat it. Got to get to the next thing that's on my list because my list is too damn long. I was just like, no, I
mm-hmm.
want to do everything in this, and I kind of hope that doesn't happen with Astropod because I don't have time. I just pulled up mine. Um, I'm a bit surprised at my number one, but my number one is actually Police's number one. So number five
Death
is
Stranding.
no, no. Uh, oh man, no, that's not even on there. I haven't played much of two yet. I played a couple sittings of it. My number five is actually Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm glad to see that that made it. Um, I'm obviously have not even beaten that yet, but I'm at 14 hours. Number four is Devil May Cry 5, 16 hours. Number three is Doom 2016. Beat that in 17 hours. Number two is Sonic Frontiers. Put
Mm.
18 hours into that. It's a pretty narrow margin. I mean, the last three are 16, 17, and 18 hours. So it could have been any of these three. And once I get further on into Ninja Gaiden, I think that's going to just keep skyrocketing that. But my number one by almost double, and I'm going to I'm gonna have to talk to my girlfriend about this, see if she's okay. She started Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, and
Ooh.
she put 32 hours into it.
That's about how long the game is.
But she didn't hasn't even beaten it yet. Like that's
That's fine. It's an open world game.
no
I
no.
would expect someone who likes to poke around the edges, like that's probably a 60 to 70 hour experience
Oh
for someone who's not going just straight for like, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like Police is the type of gamer who likes to kind of stop and smell the roses.
yeah, I would say so. Um,
Yeah.
but
Which I
also
admire because I can't do that. I have to, like, I got to beat it.
yeah, and that was one of those games where it was impossible for me to not be that person because I would love to see how much time I put into the original on PS4, um, which I think is awesome that you get the remaster for $10 if you have they don't make you buy it again. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, and I did think that game could get prettier, and it did. But she's loving it. I just thought that she wasn't that far into it. So seeing like the 30 plus hours into, I mean, like you said, that tracks for that game because there's so much in that
There's
game.
so much you can do.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ashley Birch as Aloy. What a
Hell yeah.
phenomenal performance.
Oh my god, one of the best. Just such a human, real, believable performance. Like I feel like Aloy is a real human, like that I've had conversations with.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
I think and I also like the fact that she is not like she passes the Bechtel test, I guess is
yeah,
the best way I
yeah,
could
it's a
put it,
very,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
her motivations are her own. She has
yes,
very strong, clear motivations that make sense. That I also think that it doesn't feel like they're pandering to you. Like a lot of times, like where some of the the go woke, go broke people,
oh my
where
god,
that started from, which I think they took it in the wrong direction.
yeah,
Obviously, is that the rainbow corporatism, like people doing it for clout but not for like actual legitness,
yeah,
like just doing it just to be like to check off a box as opposed to tell a human story.
mm,
And Horizon Zero Dawn is not that. It tells a
no.
very human story.
Not at all. Yeah, that's one of the. You can tell that it's not that, and that it is actually a good portrayal of a female character because the outcry from incels across the internet is one of the loudest in that game. Like people are always trying to Photoshop her with like massive bazongas and like no clothes and freaking like makeup, putting makeup on her and stuff, and it's just like
She's already so pretty. I
I
don't understand.
know. Like
Which is not the point, just to be clear. I understand that's not the point of her. Like, you should not be, like, that should not be a focus at all. But she's already pretty. Like, I
yeah.
don't know what you're talking about. Like, it was because there was one bad screenshot of taken at a bad angle of, uh, taking at a bad angle of it, and of her from the newest one from Forbidden West,
Yeah.
and that's where gamers lost their minds.
Right.
That's where the neckbeards lost their minds.
So speak
She
of
is a goat.
she is. Speak of Aloy and Yi
Is the
Shao
goat.
Shaman, my girlfriend from the ether. Welcome, hun. We were talking about. So I got my PlayStation Wrapped, which is kind of like Spotify Wrapped, but for uh, nerds. And number one, the
And
number
also
one,
not done by warmongers.
and not done by freaking warmongers trying to sell drones to kill people that we know of. My number one
Yes, that we
by
know of.
almost double was the all the time that you have put into uh, Horizon. Because you started that before you had your own account, so you're doing it on mine. So there's like 32 hours of Horizon on there.
It's such a good game, man. I still need to beat Forbidden West. I've logged probably like 10 hours into that, and I just have not. I I have so many I have so many games that I need to play. I just have not had time to play.
I
So
know. I need to start Forbidden West, but I was like, I wanted to show Polisa the first one so that we could maybe play the second one together. So that is one of those ones I bought, and it's still freaking up on the shelf.
I will say, Child Aloy is some weird, uncanny valley shit, though. That is uncomfortable. She is like not a normal human-looking child in the game.
Yeah, it's a bit
Don't
weird.
like that
Yeah,
big ass head.
she does have a big ass head. She does.
All right, we should probably
Yeah.
start the categories, dude. We're at 9:30 right
I
now.
know. I had a couple of timely things just to throw out there. I cannot believe that it is that Netflix bought WB for $83 billion. What the
That
fuck?
might not go through
Wait,
though.
really?
Apparently, Trump's even signaling like that's a little too monopolistic.
Holy crap!
I don't know. I'm not gonna say I don't know if what is what. To be honest though, all they have to do is be like, "Please, Mr. Trump, we think you're the greatest president in the
Here's a
world," and then he'll be
trophy.
like, "Okay, yeah, a trophy, a peace prize trophy from the FIFA corp. Did you see that shit?
Yes, I did. That was what I was referencing,
That is
bro.
like the saddest thing I've ever seen in my
Here's
life.
a made
Like
up award.
just so that way he wouldn't deport their players.
That's fucked. I'm pulling up the list of nominees that we can get through. I think we got all the way up to. Oh, we finished with best mobile game last time, so we are on to best indie game.
All right, let's hear them noms.
What are
Nom,
the
nom, nom,
nom
nom.
nom noms?
I'm hungry.
Let me. I kind of am hungry too.
I am too. I didn't eat much today because I was taking care of my daughter with her having a fever.
Yeah, she's got a fever,
Fucking freezing. A fever for more
and
cowbell.
the only
And the only
prescription.
prescription is more cowbell.
Oh my god, go away. Open this. Now open this. It's not that freaking hard. There we go. All right. I always do like a little split screen thing with the apps on my phone. So I can multitask. So we finished up not last time, 2 times ago with best mobile game. Yeah, I think Uma Musume is probably going to get it. That's the horse girl game. But I don't really care about much of them. I've only played Sonic Rumble. Best indie game: Absolem, Ball X Pit, Blueprints, which we briefly talked about last time. Expedition 33. Once again, this year. I just feel it in my bones. This is going to be like the Return of the King at the Oscars. It's going to win
Yeah.
like freaking 15 awards.
I personally think Blueprints should win because Expedition 33, it doesn't feel like an indie game.
I know.
It feels like it would like it because the whole thing is like they're like, oh, it was done by like a small team of like 30 people. I'm like, well, that's only apparently that like that number's not even entirely true, but
And the money
which I'm
behind
not,
it is pretty hefty. So
yeah, and like that's the thing, like I feel like the publisher for this is Kepler Interactive. Did they get the money from Kepler Interactive? What is Kepler Interactive is a relatively new company, but man, they've had some bangers. They did Sifu in 2022, which
Yeah.
was like really popular. I don't know about the others. Like there's a game called Scorn, which I've never heard of before.
Ooh.
Chia, like TCHIA,
Don't know that one.
Ultras. I've heard of Pacific Drive. That's like a sci-fi kind of like horror type of thing, which is really cool.
Okay.
So that one's like a sci-fi like survival game. It's interesting. I watched a friend of mine play it. It was really interesting.
Mm.
Um, Bionic Bay. I've seen a buddy play Bionic Bay. That was a kind of a cool one. Yeah. So like they've had some like big hits, but like uh they were founded in 2021 at the initiative of former Ubisoft employee and French entrepreneur Alexei, I can't pronounce, Garavian, um, who had previously co-founded the video game investment fund Kowloon Knights. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't consider Clair Obscur like an indie game. I know it's like on a technical level, but it's like when does
Yeah.
that's the problem. Like when does a company get big enough to be considered not indie anymore, right? Like cuz that's essentially the only difference. Like size of the company really dictates, like to me at least, like are they AAA or are they indie? Because it can't just be like the game itself. Like indie can't. I feel like you can't say like anytime like like if Square Enix decided to make a 2D platformer, that's not an indie game, but people might consider it. But you know what I mean? Like I feel like it has to be company size. I feel like a lot of people say like indie. I don't know. It's a weird thing because I sometimes I feel like the discourse is like indie games are like a style of game, which I think limits what indie games can be. Like, why can't an indie game have a huge budget if it's all done by like a small company and all self-funded? Like, or does indie mean it's only self-funded by the developer? Like, they don't take money from outside
That's
publishers,
what I
which all,
take.
but the thing is, though, some of our favorite indie games take money from outside publishers. Look at Ori and the Blind Forest. Look at oh my gosh, Hollow Knight. Like there's games that like are
Really?
considered indies that have gotten Journey. Journey was money from Sony.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
That's true.
like there's indie game. Like to me, it's depends on how much. I don't know. I don't know what the definition of indie is anymore. Except to
Yeah.
me, how big is the company,
Yeah. It's a
right? Like like because you can't say it's like, oh well, how much money does the game make? Because if the game is a huge hit, then it's like,
yeah. You can't
or
go
how
by
much money is
that.
even thrown. Like look at like No Man's Sky, which is technically an indie game.
Yep.
Tons of money thrown at that game. So like I don't know. To me, I don't consider Clair Obscur an indie game just because it seems like they got a lot of money from a triple A, from like a major from like a publisher. But at the same time, like how much is too much? Are they too, like I don't know. Am I only thinking that because the game feels like a triple A game, even though it's developed by an indie studio? Like that's limiting to them then. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I would go with Blueprints because Blueprints feels more experimental versus. But also, do all indie games have to be experimental? I don't know.
No.
I'm going around in circles in this.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a bit muddier than say like indie movies because games
yes.
there are I think there's more to set different games apart than different movies apart. So it's harder and the lines are I think more can be done with less with video games than with a movie. But I don't want to talk myself into a corner, but I think it's what I take it as is a studio develops a game and releases it themselves with their own money. But then, like you said, if Square Enix opened up a company that had never, and doesn't, you know, have a publisher, Square Enix officially is not publishing it, but they have Square Enix money because they've gotten so big over the years. Is that considered an indie game? Like, I don't know. Somebody who knows way more about this stuff than me probably has a stronger opinion. But I still consider it one just because it's not. I think one of the biggest things is the with indie games there is no outside creative input from people with money simply because they have money. And you can tell it's a little bit
Mhm.
more of a pure experience because this is strictly 100% just the creative's intentions and not like, well, we gave you $50 million, so you have to, I don't know, put my
Add a
son in the
puppy
game,
into it.
you know? So, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I don't
yeah,
know. I think you're probably right. Claire Obscure is going to win this, but if it were me, I'd go with Blueprints because I think Blueprints is a little bit more like
well,
I haven't played either of these to be clear. It's just off of vibes.
yeah, Blueprints does look really cool. I think Expedition 33's biggest um, competitors and biggest risk in this category is from the last two that I haven't mentioned yet, which is Hades 2 and Silk
Oh,
Song. So I think
oh,
either of those could also take it easily.
yeah,
I think Silk Song's probably going to take it because of the sheer like
hype around it.
the event, one of the big gaming events of the last like however long since the first one came out, like 5 years, was waiting for this game. Like, um, but I'm also hearing incredible things about Hades 2. It's another one. I haven't touched Hades 1.
I haven't played Hades as well. Yeah,
I haven't touched Hollow Knight, even though I own it. It's going to be after Shinobi. I'm going to play Hollow Knight. But by all accounts, Hades 2 and Silk Song and Expedition 33 are absolutely incredible. My official prediction would say probably Silk Song for this one.
now that I know those two, I would probably go with it. Well, I don't want it to win because I'm not a Hollow Knight fan, but
Yeah.
being objective, it would probably win.
Yeah. Oh my god, now the one that's going to piss me off. Best fighting game.
Piss me off.
Gonna piss me off. Best fighting game this year. At least Sifu is not in the best fighting game because that's not a fucking fighting game. Um, best fighting game
Well,
nominees: two, uh, 2XKO, the League of Legends slash Arcane fighting game.
would you say? Sorry, real quick. Would you consider Sifu more of a beat 'em up then?
Yeah, yeah. I would say
Okay, fair
I
enough.
would say almost strictly a beat 'em up because I would say like, oh yeah, maybe action game, but like it's a straight up like beat 'em up. It's like 3D Double Dragon with a really cool time mechanic.
Anyway, sorry. Repeat the noms again.
So the nom noms. 2XKO, which is the League of Legends slash fighting game, or League of Legends slash arcane fighting game, previously known as Project L, which I got to play a couple of the betas for. Incredible! Oh my god, what an incredible game! Spoiler alert, that's what I think is going to win. Even though I don't know if it should be in here because it's still in early access. Like the game is not even
Yeah,
officially
I
out
wouldn't.
yet.
I don't think it should be counted then.
I don't
But
either.
that's
Like
just
it doesn't make any sense. Then we have something else that's going to piss me off. Even though I was super super hyped about this, Capcom Fighting Collection 2. It feels weird to have a collection of other fighting games nominated for best fighting game. Like if you really wanted to, like you could put like Capcom versus SNK 3 re-release as one of these nominations because that's probably the highest profile one of those. For me, I was just stoked to be able to play Power Stone in HD, play that online, Project Justice, but a collection, and then like the Mortal Kombat Legacy collection is also on here. Like
hmm.
that I could see more than Capcom Fighting Collection because it's the whole Atari go through time interactive story of how these games are made.
Did you get that by the way?
I ordered it. It's on its way. Um, I haven't played it yet, or obviously like I didn't just buy the digital just to play it. I'm just waiting for the physical copy to come in.
Yeah.
But I know there's a lot of problems, especially with the online of this one. And also, again, like, can a collection be nominated for like best fighting game when it's like, I don't know, it just feels weird to me. Um,
So if they did what they did with the Atari collection, where they had kind of like like what they did in the Atari collection is that they had the original games of some of the games, and then they also had like their takes on it. Like developers who ported on, put it all together, also did a little extra, and they did like their own version of that game. If they did some tweaks to it and had like the original version and then the digital clips version,
hmm,
then I could see maybe. But even then, it's a little. I mean, technically, it is still a fighting game, but it to me, like, I feel like the category, and there's not enough competition for this yet, but it would have to be for best, like like a documentary video game, not a video game
right,
documentary, which would be like a film, but like a documentary video game where it's what a digital clips does, where it's these
right.
deep dives into specific gaming elements or
Yeah,
gaming bits.
because that aspect of it is not the fighting game aspect of it. The
Yeah.
the only one I think that could even really be considered a quote unquote new fighting game, and is the Mortal Kombat. What are the net? What the hell was that called? I was just talking about this.
Netcode,
Net.
rollback netcode.
No, I mean it does have rollback netcode, but it's like net play. I think it's the net play version of Ultimate
Hmm.
Mortal Kombat 3, which was never widely released outside of if you had that very specific TV add-on thing. They kind of got into the code and were able to like re-release it for the first time to the general public. So that's cool. That feels like a new game, but it's still minimal changes and is not a new game. It's you being able to play an old game for the first time. It feels weird to have a collection on here without
I
anything
agree.
new.
I wanted to win just because I like digital clips, but I agree it
Yeah,
shouldn't really be there.
I think it's the most interesting, and I wish that like the Capcom Fighting Collection had done something like this. Like it's got art and music and stuff, which is really cool. Previously unreleased art, which is awesome. But that's kind of just feels like an add-on. It feels like the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. The point of it was to tell the story of how these games were made,
Hmm.
and that I love. And just being able to recreate like arcade perfect ports of these games for the first time in like 30 years is just a cool it's just a cool victory in and of itself. um
Hmm.
anyway, the other two are Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, which is probably the only one that is the a completely new game that has never existed before and is completely out. It's the only one on here. 2XKO is not even out yet. Capcom Fighting Collection and Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection are, like I said, collections. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, which is the last nomination, is just a new version of Virtua Fighter 5 that has the
But
rollback netcode
I
and
feel
stuff.
like by default it has to go to the only new game.
It's got
Because
to
if
go
you're
to
just,
Fatal Fury.
it's probably not. I don't know what it's going to go to because I'm not like well versed enough in this. But like it might like, yeah, I would have to. It should go to Fatal Fury.
Yeah.
But
Um, it's I mean, obviously, I haven't played the Legacy Collection official, but I know enough about the old Mortal Kombat games to say I have played all of these, and Fatal Fury was the one I
mhm.
had the least fun with. However, it's the one I think most deserving of this award because this award, the nominations kind of suck this year. Like, but I think it'll probably go to 2XKO. Even though, again, I don't think it is should be viable that it even gets it because the game's not even out yet. The game did not come out in 2025. But
Mhm.
it is a damn good game. Made by people who love video games. It's made by the two guys who created rollback netcode. So
Wow.
yeah, the Cannon twins, which is also the coolest name for two people who make a fighting game. But yeah, so I think 2XKO is probably going to win, even though there's only one that should win. Moving on.
All right. Next category.
Best family game. We've got Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, which I really want to play. That's the one where you just play as two little bricks. It looked very weird.
Okay.
Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and Split Fiction. Pretty
That's
stacked.
fiction, really.
Yeah. I don't know if I would call that a family game, but
Neither would I.
um,
I mean, it depends on like what the content is in the game. But that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I
It's
consider
honestly it's probably going to go to one of the Lego games or Mario Kart World. Like I think Sonic would probably be a better choice based off of what you've told me and what other people have told me. But knowing the Nintendo bump,
hmm,
it's probably going to be Mario Kart World. That would be my theory. Either that or Lego games because Lego games are always popular amongst family titles.
I could see Mario Kart World. I could actually also see Split Fiction because I've heard incredible things about it, and I really want to play that with Polisa. Which I shouldn't downplay and say like, oh, are games for couples because it's supposed to be like for couples, just like It Takes Two. Um,
Same
that's
developer.
yeah, same developer. That's absolutely family. Like I call Polisa my family all the time. Like we together, even though we don't have kids, we're not having kids. We are a family. We're a family of two, and all our stuffed animals, of which I have my daughter, my child back here, Todd. Um, I think it will probably go. I want it to go to Sonic Crossworlds because I'm a Sonic narc and or Sonic Mark, and I had the most fun with it. But I could actually, I think Donkey Kong might take this one. Um, People are loving Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I am not shelling out for a Switch 2 to find out.
I really want to get it. It from what I've been told about it, it's like it is just it's a new style of platformer. Like it's a new style of 3D platformer, I
Yeah,
should say. Because as opposed to all the other ones which it's all about like jumping and dodging, this one's about destroying. Like you're
yeah.
breaking the terrain
Well, it's like,
and to solve puzzles and to
do you know what? My favorite like alternate title for this game is that I heard somebody say online:
you know,
Red Faction Gorilla. I was like, oh,
yeah.
you win, you win. I don't know how Red Faction did that on in like the late '90s, like with the destroying the terrain thing, and it
Uh-huh.
hasn't been done as well as that since now 2025. But yeah, I imagine Red Faction Gorilla will win. Uh, but I want to give it to Sonic. Best action adventure game: Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Mm.
This one's for you. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And then Split Fiction also got nominated for Best Action.
I who believe it or not, even though I haven't played it, I want Ghost of Yote to win just because I loved Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Two, Erika Ishii is the voice of the character. I don't know the character's name because I haven't played it,
Yeah.
but they are phenomenal. They are on Dropout TV a lot, and I
Yeah.
love them on there. So shout out to Erika Ishii, even though she does not know me, but shout out to her anyway. Them anyway. Um, and yeah, I want that to win. I would have to guess though. Did you say Hollow Knight was on there or no?
Yeah, Silk Song.
I would probably guess that or possibly it would be that or Ghost of Yote. Those would be my two guesses. I want Indiana Jones to be get a chance because I think it's really cool, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna. My vibe is Hollow Knight.
From what I have seen, there isn't really best action game of the year energy to Indiana Jones. It just looks really cool. I
Yeah,
don't.
it's not really much of an action game anyway.
I don't think it. It kind of. I need to play it. I haven't played it, but it kind of looks like a last generation game. It looks like it plays like a game from last generation. Like maybe they had this.
Indiana Jones?
Yeah. Maybe.
No, not even the slightest.
Okay.
Um, I have not played a game like Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Like it's so different than anything else that I the so what's interesting about it is that it is like a third well it's in first person. It's a first person stealth ex like exploration game. I would say it's like when I put the emphasis on adventure and exploration, that's what it is.
Hmm.
The stealth doesn't like it's easy to like the stealth is so minimal, like it's easy to be stealthy compared to like what I'm playing with Hitman, which is that's a huge focus on it.
Yeah.
Like stealth is there, but it is so easy to sneak around and not get caught and this and that. Like it's really not too hard. Um, it's it focus when I say it focuses on the adventure and exploration, it's because a lot of the story and world building is told through that, but in like unobtrusive ways. It's very
Mm.
different. Like I was expecting basically Uncharted, and it's not. It is its own thing. It's very different. I really haven't played a game quite like it. Not
Hmm.
saying there isn't a game out there like it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that, but at least in my experience of gaming and in like being around the community for as long as I haven't really seen other games do something like this. I'm sure
Mm.
there has, of course, like I said, but uh, but now that you're saying it, I agree it shouldn't. I Now that I'm thinking about it, I actually don't even think it should win because it's not an action game. It really isn't. It's more of kind of like an exploration game with some action and stealth elements, but it's
Mm.
more of like an exploration puzzle game.
Okay. I I don't think there's a world where Jeff Keighley doesn't give this to Death Stranding. Like,
Oh, is Death Stranding in this too? Oh,
yeah,
fuck that game.
Death, Death Stranding, Ghost of Yotei.
I think the reason I get so bent out of shape of that game is because Hideo Kojima is like such an asshole. I just don't care.
It insists upon itself, Lois.
He makes. I think it's more or less like people worship the ground he walks on, and he knows it, and it kind of bothers me.
Yeah, but I think I don't know how he is in person. I mean, from what I've seen, he just seems pretty normal. But him putting like himself in his own games as Hideo Kojima is just so funny and goofy. I don't know. I
I
don't
would
know.
say it's pretentious, but
Yes, but it's done in such an over the top way that you're just kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't like.
the only way insight I have to him on a personal level is um interviewed the I interviewed someone who worked with him. I'm not going to say who.
Hmm.
You'll be able to know pretty easily who if you go look at my backlog. I just want to say, just in the case that like it ever gets him in trouble, because
Okay.
this dude still works in the industry, so I don't want to like fuck
Yeah.
with his business. You know what I mean?
Norman Reedus
Um, yeah, interviewed Norman Reedus,
and the
Norman
Funky
Reedus,
Fetus.
um, and but when I talked to him off mic, he was saying like, yeah, Kojima was an asshole, like just not
Oh.
so. Yeah, at least to him. I mean, maybe not to everyone. That, and I also just don't. Jeff Keighley's consistent hard on for him just gets under my skin.
It's wild. Jeff Keighley gets under my skin, I have to say. And I think a lot of
He
that is
didn't used to until till like his like bullshit where like no like stopping people's speeches early and then
yeah.
not letting people talk about the politics they want to talk about. Like, listen, I may just like it could be a MAGA dude on there for all I care. Like, if you're a game developer and you're up there because you won something, like, listen, I despise, obviously y'all know me, y'all know Andrew and I, we despise that side of the aisle. I shouldn't say that side of the aisle, but MAGA specifically. Um, but like, if you want to, if you want it, like, don't. Okay, use your time how you want to use it. Yeah, then I just know not to. So that just tells me you're an asshole, and I don't have to buy your next game. Um,
Yeah.
that's all I need to know. Then it does me a favor. Now I know I'm not supporting someone that is a bigot.
Hmm.
Um, but like so between cutting people's acceptance speeches short, between not allowing them to either talk about their own views or the layoffs, they were forbidding people from talking about the massive layoffs over the last few years.
Yeah.
They,
That's
they had
huge
to like sneak
news.
it on, and on top of that, fucking literally the worst example of tokenism with the future class, where they just got a whole bunch of
Hmm.
people from marginalized groups just to show how progressive they were, and then did nothing with them, gave them no, like, it did nothing for any of their careers.
Yeah. That pisses me
Like, there
off.
was no like industry hookups for them. Like, that's the whole point of that.
That
It's
was the
like to
point. Yeah.
bring people like, and I'm actually embarrassed I applied for it now that I know like what it is.
Oh man.
So it's just so yeah. Jeff Keighley. I mean, he's never gonna see this, and whatever. But I mean,
Jeff,
I
I
would
know you're
still love to go
watching.
to the Game Awards sometime. But at the same time, like I think you're kind of shady.
Yeah. I never liked him for a much pettier reason than all the valid reasons you just brought up. Um, my first introduction to him was when I worked at GameStop and I had to hear his voice talk for 8 to 10 hours a day. and I fucking
That would
couldn't
do it.
stand it. That and
That
the
would
way
do it.
that his cavalier, dismissive interviews with games that weren't huge and popular, when he would just talk to just a rando who was like making like an anime game or something that he personally didn't find or respect, he would make it clear, and he would just be like, "Oh wow, cool, yeah, can't wait for this one," and it's like, shut the fuck up, dude, like, shut up. Anyway,
What a prick.
now that we got our invitations
Fuck
rescinded,
that guy. Yep.
I guess
That
we
we
can't
definitely
go.
had.
Yeah. Anyway, ooh, here we go. Oh right, here we go. I have
Okay.
a bone to pick with this one. Best action: Battlefield 6, Doom: The Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi: Art of Vengeance. Guess which one I want to win?
Well, Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
But what bone do you have to pick?
The bone that I have to pick is, granted, this is after playing maybe 6 hours of Shinobi: Art of Vengeance. I think that Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is a better game than Shinobi, but they didn't want to put two Ninja Gaiden games because they wanted, I don't know, to not be confusing. Or, I mean, I do think Shinobi is a great game for what I played so far, but I played Ragebound all the way through, and I immediately was like, this does new, interesting, fun things. We talked about it last time. Shinobi: Art of Vengeance is a very good game. I feel like I've played it before. I feel like it's just something that I've done, something I've played before, just done really well. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound feels like new and fresh, and there's mechanics that I've never seen before in a game that work really well. I think it should have gotten in over Shinobi, but I think they literally were like, well, we can't have two Ninja Gaiden games on here. So
I will have to. I need to play both to make a judgment, but I do think your Ninja Gaiden bias is probably influencing a little bit too much of this.
that's, I mean,
Just a little.
I know it's there, but remember,
I have to play both to know for sure.
but remember who makes Shinobi?
I don't know who makes Shinobi.
Sega. So my Ninja Gaiden bias is going up against my Sega bias.
Yeah, but Sega isn't like, it's not like it's Sega from the '90s. You know, like, I don't know.
Well, it's trying to be. This is like going back to how, you know, the Shinobi days of yore used to be.
The Shinobi days of yore. I will have to try out all the games, or at least Ragebound.
Yeah.
Because I guess those would be the two more comparable. Because like Ninja Gaiden 4 is a full 3D game, and Ragebound and Shinobi are like side-scrolling action, right?
Yeah. They're totally different.
Yeah.
Which is why I think they both deserve a slot on here, because they both happen to be Ninja Gaiden games, but they're developed by completely different developers and play completely differently. You know, it would be one thing if it was like if another, you know, Quake came out and it was like played exactly the same, then I'd be like, yeah, I would see that over Doom. But like, or no. If I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm getting tired. I'll skip ahead to my official prediction and which is Ninja Gaiden 4. I want that to win. It's incredible.
Nominees again.
Battlefield 6, Doom: The Dark Ages, Hades 2, which is a solid contender from what I hear. Ninja Gaiden 4 and Shinobi: Art of Vengeance.
I don't think Ninja Gaiden or Shinobi's going to win. My guess would be Hades 2 or the new Battlefield, which I've heard is like really good, like genuinely like really good. So that would be my guess. If I had to pick one, it'd go to Hades 2, just because I feel like that's got. But I could. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Hades 2. I'm probably wrong. It's probably going to be Battlefield's whatever number it is, 6, whatever it is.
Which kind of makes me sad. Have you?
I don't know. FPSs have like, I think we still have some holdover stigma from the FPS genre of like the 2010s.
Yeah.
Like the early 2010s. Because now the thing to emulate is Dark Souls. And this is not me getting on with the Dark Souls hips. But like, do you remember was it the Game Awards last year, or was it the fucking Summer Games Fest of this year, where like every trailer was is a white medieval dude Dark Souls like.
Yes. Oh my god, it was so annoying. They all look the same.
Yeah,
It's all it's
and
either dark
that's what I'm
fantasy.
saying. Like, mhm.
It's either like
And
dark fantasy or like high fantasy where everything
yes,
looks again, everything looks the same. Like hype.
very specifically European high fantasy.
Yes,
There,
totally. Yeah.
there, there's there is a cool thing. I really like. I don't like partake in as much as I probably should, but there's a lot of really cool like sci-fi and fantasy told from like different cultures. There's an author named Ken Liu who wrote a series of books called The Dragon Dynasty, which is like
Mm,
high fantasy but all like Asian inspired.
that's cool.
Which is really cool. I also am really into like reading when LeVar Burton did his podcast still, LeVar Burton reads,
Mm.
he did a lot of like Afrofuturism
Yeah, I was
short
just gonna
stories,
say.
which is like really
Oh, I
fucking cool
fucking
stuff.
love
Like
Afrofuturism.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next category because we are running long and I actually do want to say hi to my wife because she left this morning at 7 a.m. for work. She left work, went straight to a meeting with like a group meeting, and
Mm.
just got home a little bit. So I have not seen her since 7 o'clock this
Oh
morning.
my god. Okay. Well, we'll get you there. There's maybe
It's fine if there's like even 10 left or
yeah. I think there's
whatever it
about
is.
10 left. Um, so best score.
Hmm.
Surprise, surprise. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Well, I should say Claire
Yep.
Obscure Expedition Tres on Tres. Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, and Silk Song.
I think Claire Obscure is gonna win. I think it's gonna win this.
From
I've
what
heard.
I've heard, yeah, of the music, it is
Yeah.
incredible. I really like the use of music in Death Stranding 2, just like I like the use of music in 1. It feels like a movie.
Mhm.
Um, but I tend to. I think more goes into creating a score than just creatively using previously existing music. Um, yeah, that's why I think Expedition 33 is probably going to win this one too.
Hmm.
But God, Death Stranding 2 has some incredible music, moments punctuated by music. Just an excellent. It's like Edgar Wright. Like when you watch one of his movies, you're like, oh my God, that's the perfect song. Jesus, wow. Okay, so best performance. I'm gonna go
Okay.
bottom
Troy
to
Baker. Troy Baker. Troy Baker.
no. He's only in here once. I'm gonna go bottom to top on this one. So
Okay.
Konatsu Kato from Silent Hill F.
Okay.
Troy Baker and Indiana Jones in this great circle, which deserved, well deserved.
Actually, he's really good at it.
Yeah,
Like you don't hear Troy Baker.
yeah. You just hear a young Harrison Ford.
Mhm.
Erika Ishii for Ghost of Yote, and then the last three are all from Expedition 33.
Jesus Christ.
Jennifer English, Ben Starr, and Charlie Cox, which it's super cool to see him like this. That's the guy
That
who
is
plays
really cool.
Daredevil.
Daredevil, yeah,
Um,
in the TV show.
Yeah, from all accounts, at least from what I'm seeing across the internet, Ben Starr absolutely steals this game, and Charlie Cox is excellent in it. But from what I hear, it's Ben Starr's game in terms of the
I
performances.
I'll go with that as well, only because have you ever seen like Ben Starr in like interviews and stuff like that?
And I haven't.
He is like one of the most lovely, charming individuals. He
Oh.
is when what I love about him, and I don't know much about. I've tried to get him on the podcast before, but it's like he doesn't have his contact email and it's hard to find. Blah
Hmm.
blah. It's fine. Um, but what I have interviewed about, or not interviewed, what I had read and seen, he was Clive in Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
Um, he is a genuine Final Fantasy fan.
Yes.
He wears like he I think he has like a gun blade from Final 8, right? Like this dude lives and breathes video games. So I couldn't be more happy, and he just seems like a genuinely good person. If it was not him, I'd go with Erika Ishii because shout out to Erika Ishii, man, they're great.
Oh yeah. I saw interviews with Ben Starr. I think it was him talking about when he interviewed for Final Fantasy 16. He thought he was just going to be like a bit character, and then they were like, no, actually you're the main character, and he like lost his shit.
It's like, what?
It was like Matt Mercer finding out he was playing Ganondorf in Zelda, or no, it was Vincent Valentine. He's Vincent Valentine.
Sorry. For some reason, when you said Ganondorf, I heard in my head Gandalf. I'm like, Gandalf in Legend of Zelda.
You can certainly try. You shall not pass, but you can certainly try.
Yeah.
No, when he found out that he was Vincent Valentine in the Final Fantasy VII remake, there's this interview about how he just like broke down in tears because that's like one of his favorite games and characters. I'm like, God, to have that moment.
I love people who care that much about their work.
Yeah, and to have something to be so involved. It's like when you see the guy. I think his name is Iñaki, the guy who plays Luffy in the live action One Piece. He talks about how Luffy has been his favorite character since he was a kid. One Piece is his favorite thing. He's like, I love this show with all my heart, and I never ever thought that I would get this role. He's like, I've never related to a character more, and I'm like, God, that's so cool. That feeling, that'd be like you getting cast in a Bond movie, or like me like doing voiceover for a new Ninja Gaiden or Mortal Kombat or Jet Set Radio. Like, oh my God. I can't even fathom. That has got to be a better high than any drug that exists. I think it'll probably go to Ben Starr. I guess that'll be my official prediction. Although Troy Baker, it seems to be what I hear talked about the most from Indiana Jones is Troy Baker's performance, so I could easily see that.
It's really fucking good. It is. It's a phenomenal performance. I don't know enough about the others to say for sure. To say, yeah, it's definitely going to be Troy Baker again for God knows how many times.
Yeah.
But I will say, at least in his defense of this, it doesn't feel like it is just, Troy Baker, sometimes I feel like the vibe he gives off, I'm not saying this is how the man is in real life or in person, but he gives off the kind of his head is up his own ass type of way.
Oh, okay.
He seems a little bit so like, I'm an actor. Not like I'm better than you because I'm an actor, but like he's like very much like huffing his own fumes type of thing.
Okay.
That's the vibe I kind of get from him. Which is a shame. It just, I don't know, because apparently like him and Nolan North had a YouTube channel for a little while, and then they
really?
kind of had a falling out. I'm like, who could be mad at Nolan North?
I know.
And then he did a podcast with Alana Pierce and Austin Wintory, and there's one other dude. It's not Mike Drucker. It was somebody else. I can't remember. It was a game dev. So, Alana was a kind of like a games critic. Austin is a games composer. Alana was a critic then. Now she actually works in the games industry. But at the time, she was a games critic. Austin is a video game composer. Troy, a video game voice actor. And then why am I blanking on the other one? It was called Play, Watch, Listen. But then Troy's not really a part of that as well. So, like, I'm going to have to look up that fourth person because I feel awful. Mike Bithell, that's who it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and they still do the podcast. It's just that Troy is no longer with it, which from the vibe I've gotten, that's mainly just from like scheduling and whatnot. But like, I don't know, just it seems kind of odd to me that like he started these different things with like people who are known to be pretty, like I've interviewed Austin Wintory. He's a good dude. Alana Pierce, by all accounts, seems like an awesome person. So it's just kind of strange to me that, and I'm definitely reading into this. I could be dead wrong, so I'm not going to speculate that Troy is a bad person because of these things. It just is a little bit odd.
Yeah, you never know how people are. I consistently find myself surprised and or disappointed hearing about either somebody that I really like turning out to be a D-bag, or being like somebody who seems like a D-bag being a really cool and chill person. So you never know. I can make you hate Death Stranding a little bit more then.
Did it get some noms in the next category?
Well, yes, but Troy Baker plays like the primary antagonist.
That's fine.
uh,
I don't I like Troy Baker as a voice actor. So like I just it's he I think actually, you know what? Let me put it this way. I don't think his head's up his own ass. I think he kind of has a little bit of, and I'm not comparing them on a personal level or on ideological level, but a little bit of the Chris Pratt effect, where it's just like he's been everywhere, so I'm kind of tired of him. You know, like Chris Pratt has been in everything over the last couple of years. It's like he was in the Mario movie, and then he's Garfield, and then
yeah.
he's obviously in the Jurassic Park movies and Guardians of the Galaxy and Marvel movies. And I'm just like, oh my god, I get
Yeah.
it. You're popular,
I think a big difference
which is
there, though.
not fair.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
it's okay. I think it's fair to be fatigued by seeing somebody all the time. What I would say maybe the
yes,
difference is Chris Pratt is Chris Pratt in everything he plays. He's just himself because he's famous. Troy Baker seems to have a lot
yes,
more
can act.
range.
Yes, he can. Yes, he has a lot more range.
Yeah.
I think that's generally what it is. It just that's where that vibe comes from. I don't. I think I might be misinterpreting the vibe that I'm feeling. So
Hmm.
I retract a lot of the stuff that I said.
It's the fedoras, isn't it?
It is, and plus, I would love to have Troy Baker on the podcast. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
He's not coming on my podcast, so fuck that guy.
Jeff Keighley isn't coming on my podcast.
Yeah.
I'll stand that ground.
Yeah, he's the first person to be uninvited from my podcast. Still loading pod?
That
Fuck you, Jeff
he,
Keighley.
someone who doesn't he's the first person to be uninvited who doesn't know my podcast exists.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wait, oh, he just popped up in chat. Yeah, banned anyway. No.
You're never coming to the Game Awards. I'm going to block your IP address from watching.
Yeah. Right. I go to try to stream it and it's just like Twitch is broken for me. All right.
Anyway,
Best narrative. I don't know what
Claire
this.
Obscure is going to win.
Oh, I don't know. This first one, is that how it is pronounced? I haven't seen this name before. It's like, yeah, Kaleri Obscur or something. I don't
Khaleesi.
know. Khaleesi Obskisi Expedition 33C. I knew
Eating Reese.
eating Reese's Pieces. I knew when I said that was going to make you laugh. It was so stupid.
Those jokes are great.
But
That's funny.
it was specific. It felt like very dad pun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Claire Obscure, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I haven't heard much about, but I know people who were stoked about that. And Silent Hill F, which I heard is actually really good. I heard people who are not even into horror games speaking the praises of Silent Hill F. And
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, visually it looks incredible too. It's got a really interesting and different art style. It takes place in Japan too. It's very Japanese. So it's cool to see them take more of a Eastern kind of horror trope approach. And oh my god, the death animations. If you ever want to make yourself sick, which I know, who doesn't want to do that? Watch the death animations for Silent Hill F. They are brutal. Like just these horrible monsters ripping apart a tiny teenage girl, like ripping her face off and stuff. Like it's bleh. Anyway, yeah, I think it's probably between Claire Obscure and Death Stranding. But I don't know. Like, I like Death Stranding a lot. The narrative. Who has any idea what the hell the narrative of these games even are? They're so confusing. I've watched several hour-long videos explaining the first game, and I've beaten the first game, and I still have very little idea of what the hell is going on in these games. Yeah, like they're so weird.
I don't know.
They're presented in such an compelling way, though. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on, but I am invested. I am so. I love the world building and I feel so immersed in the world, even if I'm like, I feel too dumb to understand Death Stranding. And like, I don't think I'm a particularly unintelligent person, but this game makes me feel like I'm in first grade. It's like, none of it makes sense. Unless you're Kojumbo.
Kajumbo. Oh, Kajumbo. I was like, Kajumbo.
Yeah, that's what.
Took me a second.
That's what they call him on the internet. I think Expedition's probably going to get this. It's just going to get everything. It's going to win everything. What do you think?
No, it's Expedition.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
you
I
did say
didn't.
that.
As soon as you said Expedition, I'm like, I don't care what the others are.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Best multiplayer, Arc Raiders, which I
Expedition.
did. Yeah, best multiplayer, Expedition 33. You know it's a single player. It doesn't matter. Arc Raiders,
If you
which
take turns, it's
it's
multiplayer.
multiplayer any game. Could be nope, only this one.
That's funny.
Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction. I've never heard of Peak. Or though maybe I have. Is that
I
the
haven't heard
goofy
of.
one where you climb with
I
friends?
don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I've heard Arc
I don't
Raiders is
really.
good. I've seen some clips of it. I literally watched the trailer for Arc Raiders. I was like, everybody's talking about this. This sounds really cool. I watched the trailer for it, and then as soon as they started gathering materials and crafting for it, I just changed. I closed the tab. I was like, nope, never mind. Not for me. I heard people
Yeah,
are
I'm
having a
not
lot of
really.
fun with it though.
I have no idea what it would be in that. I mean, maybe Battlefield just because of it's
Yeah,
gravity.
the quadruple
The
A.
fucking no, not even the its reputation. I guess is the word I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah. The Frost.
Yeah,
Are they?
that
I
kind
don't
of
know if
thing.
they're still using the Frostbite engine, but it's still one of my favorite engines of all video games. And we talked about the stigma a little bit of first-person shooters. I think that is valid. However, one of my biggest critiques of new first-person shooters is that they just seem to not give a shit about the stories of their world. Like they put out
Yeah, I
five,
really
six
wish they
hour
would.
campaigns because they know most people are just going to play the multiplayer. And I'm the opposite. I'm like, I want a really cool campaign. Like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original one on the like 360 on in like 2009 is one of the best video games I've ever played. Like that story is so damn good, and it felt so
I
cool.
had that experience with the first Modern Warfare. The second one, I actually I liked it a lot, but I was actually underwhelmed by.
Oh, okay.
The main reason being has nothing to do with the gameplay. I think the story itself is good, but the way they told the story was a little underwhelming.
Okay.
Um, the reason is like they have a mission and then a fuck ton of exposition in between each mission
Yeah.
that you have to like really like. I thought the first one had less exposition in between missions, so it was easier to follow.
Yes.
Like follow the story. In the second one, mild spoiler alert. You have to like blow up a nuke in space to to do an MP3 or MP3. You just hear an EMP.
The thing is, you said MP3 and I still heard EMP. You have
I
to
just
play
the
your
idea of
music.
like a nuke going up and you just hear like dun 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 dun
Wow, what a
smoke in the
choice.
water.
So if you're going to play, you have to go up
But
to the satellite in space and play it, beam it down, your mixtape down to everyone on Earth.
TNT, I'm
Dynamite.
dynamite. But like that when you do that, the I did not know that if you blow up a nuke in space, it would create an EMP. Right, that's something I was unaware of at the time when I first played this game.
Yeah.
That game, and so the way they tell you that, they tell you like, yeah, if you do this, that's what's going to happen. I remember I'd have to time it in all actuality, but I remember that bit of exposition happens in like less than 5 seconds. And all of a sudden, like we're going into space. I'm like, I don't understand why we're trying to get a nuke into space,
Yeah.
but we're doing it. So, like, to me, the story itself is really good, but the connective tissue explaining why you're doing each mission was done poorly.
That's
I'd
fair.
have to replay it to remember it, but I just remember finishing that game and not understanding what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
And that was such a disappointment for me because the first game I followed the story so much and I loved it.
I remember less about the first one of the story.
Oh, see, the first one was like, I think part of it also is I had never played, excuse me, an FPS like that at the time when like the mission where like you have to lay down in the all gillied up where you're like laying down
Yes. I
in a ghillie
love
suit and the tanks are rolling right by you and you're like,
dudes walking right
oh
past you.
yeah.
That
I like playing it now, it doesn't feel as the same, but 2006 or
Oh
7
yeah.
or whenever that Modern Warfare came out blew my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Just couldn't. It was insane.
The
But
sniper
anyway, we
level.
should.
And then the second one
Yes.
had the no Russian, which was like
Controversial and
very
arguably
controversial.
still probably should not have been in the game
Yeah.
in retrospect.
No,
It's
no.
pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I remember doing a presentation in college about like violence in video games, and I showed that. I'm like, and I showed that scene to the class. I stopped before, like, they didn't watch the whole thing get
Yeah.
massacred, right? Like, I right when it stopped and you see the first shot go, that's when I paused it. I'm like, I'm not playing that full clip. We can all agree that's messed up, right?
Yeah.
And basically then my presentation went on. I'm like, you see, the thing is, I would be inclined to agree, like, you shouldn't let your 6-year-old play this. I'm 100% in agreement with that. But you see this rating thing here. It's rated M. So there's not been enough.
Yeah.
One, there's not enough scientific data in the first place. But two, even if there are impressionable children, why it's rated M? You
Right.
know, like, why are you doing that?
If
Like,
you
it
show your
says it's mature
kids,
for a reason.
yeah, you show your kids R-rated movies, that's gonna have some effect on them.
Yeah, but no one gives the same grief over R-rated movies.
No.
So anyway, we should move on.
Yeah.
The best multiplayer, I'm gonna probably Battlefield 6, or I could totally see just one of those games I don't know anything about, because that's usually what happens.
Yeah. I
You
think
know, it's a game like I've never heard of, and all of a sudden it wins an award. I'm like, oh, how about that?
yeah. I think it'll probably go to Arc Raiders just because it's super popular. It's very much in the zeitgeist right now. Split Fiction looks really cool, and I keep wanting like smaller games like that to get it. It got nominated for a lot of stuff. Holy crap! Speaking of best game direction, Split Fiction. I'm going from the bottom up. Split Fiction, Hades 2, Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding, and a little game called a very obscure game,
How many puns are you going to try to get out of this title?
Claire Obscure. Too
damn
many.
it.
Far too many. Yeah. Best direction. I feel like
It's going to go to Claire Obscure or Hideo Kojima.
I was gonna say I feel like it's just got to go to Kojima. If it doesn't win Best Action, which you brought up a good point, Death Stranding 2 is way more actiony than the first one, but it doesn't feel like strictly an action game. So I think it may go to Best Action. May go to something. I mean, I obviously want it to go to Ninja Gaiden, but I was surprised to find that on there. Direction. I mean, Kojimbo has such a distinct, love it or hate it, he has such a distinct and
He does. Like,
resonant
I get annoyed at his
direction.
shit. He, like, playing Metal Gear Solid for the first time on the PS1. Like, I played it for the first time a couple of years ago, like, maybe a decade ago now. But I played it for the first time then, and it was like a revelation. Like, I saw why people like it so
Yeah.
much. So as much as he pisses me off, he does make good games.
That's fair.
Like, I'm not going to deny it,
Yeah.
with the exception of Death Stranding 1. Death Stranding 1's a piece of shit.
Wow. Here he comes. Hipster Josh. Well, I will stave off the Hipster Josh.
Hipster Josh, that game is not liked by half. That's like a 50-50. Hipster Josh comes out when a game is popular and I dislike it. This is just me being angry at a game.
Okay, we'll table that one. Best audio design. I have not played Battlefield 6. It is the first one nominated. From what I have played, from the Battlefield games I have played, they have incredible sound design. So Battlefield 6, Claire Obscure, Death Stranding 2, which also has incredible sound design, Ghost of Yotei, and Silent Hill F.
I'm going to give it to Silent Hill F because horror games usually do it really well. But I'll be honest, I am the worst person to grade this category because I never noticed it. Like, I remember when back in the day when like Call of Duty and Battlefield were trying to compete for, like, best, biggest first person shooter, right? And I always remember my buddy Tristan was talking about how, like, the sound effects and the guns are amazing. And I'm like, they sound the same, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I genuinely don't hear a difference for the most part. And I don't understand, like there are certain people out there who have like wet dreams over how good the audio in some games are.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand it. I never will.
I think for me, what gets me more than like the big bombastic stuff is little things. If I notice a change in sound design based on you're walking on a different texture, or you know, Halo Infinite actually has great sound design. Like you'll fire a shot and you'll hear the shell just kind of like ding, 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 like bouncing down. You
Mm.
know, if you're on a metal grate or on a stone or in water, like everything. They created an entire like soundscape engine that will realistically bounce sound around the environment. That I don't notice when it's like, wow, that explosion sounded really cool, or the way that gun sounds is
Mm.
really cool. It's like the little tiny, when you can hear, I swear in Journey you can hear individual grains of sand rubbing against each other, like stuff like that.
Mm.
And that for me, I would say I would give it to Death Stranding or Battlefield, strictly on my experience with other Battlefield games. Uh, Next, best art direction. Yeah, now you speak my language. Freaking Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Expedition 33 goes. What am I saying? Death Stranding, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, and Silksong. These are just like the top five games
Probably
of the year, it seems.
it's probably just going to go to Silksong or Claire Obscure. Um, but I don't know. I actually would give it to, without even seeing any of it, I'd probably give it to Death Stranding too, because I
Mm,
think Kojima has much more interesting art direction than most other game devs, and I
yeah.
like to reward interesting over just high fidelity.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, Claire, I'm sure not Claire Obscure, but Death Stranding 2 looks great as well. It also has high fidelity, but to me, I think more visually interesting. And like, don't get me wrong, Hollow Knight is also beautiful. Silk
Yeah.
Song is beautiful, but
And
it's like,
Hades. These are all solid contenders.
yeah. Oh, Hades is good too. I don't know. It's probably going to be Silk Song or Claire Obscure, but I would like to see Death Stranding to win.
Wow. I'm surprised to hear that. Uh,
Hey, just because I think the game's bad doesn't mean I can't call a spade a spade.
that's true. That's true. This is probably the hardest one for me. I mean, they all have such unique visual flair. I mean, Expedition 33 is so weird and gross. Like, it's not afraid to be kind of disgusting with its enemy designs, but also have this really cool, biblically accurate angel type aesthetic for their enemies. And the
Mm.
locales and the costumes are great. I mean, Death Stranding too. I love the art direction of the first one. I want every single person's every bit of clothing that they all have, because I just love that style so much. The UI, while I think being too small, a lot of the text in those both of those games are way too small for my old man eyes. I
Mm.
love the UI in general. And the sound, another sound, going back to the audio design, the sound of navigating the menus in Death Stranding, both of them I really like. And they stick with you, especially when they play different sounds out of your TV than come out of the controller. I love when they pair stuff up like that. Ghost
Mm.
of Yotei looks incredible. I love the whole
Hmm.
ginkgo leaf aesthetic.
Did you play Ghost of Tsushima at
I
all?
still have not played Ghost of Tsushima.
That is, oh, I need you to play that
It's
too.
another beautiful, beautiful game.
You know what? If we do that experience share thing or the quarterly thing, I don't know if I can commit to the quarterly. I'll
Hmm.
see what I can do. But at the very least, if we each pick a game, if you do Ghost of Tsushima, I can let you borrow Ghost of Tsushima, and I can borrow Near Replicant.
Nice. Okay, I think that would be a solid one. Yeah, Ghost of Yotei looks like it takes everything from Tsushima, cranks it up again, and adds even more uh, identity. I think the ginkgo leaf was such a good choice. That's my favorite tree. I'm also biased. I love ginkgo trees. I love the shape of their leaves. They're so interesting and so immediately recognizable.
Hmm.
I used to live right under, like physically under. I didn't have a home. I lived under a tree. No, like in my yard, my first, no, second apartment when I moved out here to go to college. Big, a massive ginkgo tree, and they would all like turn that gorgeous golden color, and then they all drop off at once. So like I
Mm.
remember on certain really windy days I would go out, like in the fall when it was starting to get cold, it would this like a big breeze would come by, and like I'm not even kidding, like 1,000 of those leaves would just like through the air, like the yellow equivalent of like cherry blossoms in anime, like whatever you see, you're like, that's way too many. That's way too many leaves. It's actually like that.
Mm.
But yeah, and Hades too. Like God, I mean, just the trailers and the animation that they've done. The character peak, absolutely peak character design. And then Silk Song, like you
Yeah.
said, like the locales are so different from each other. I love the cute, gross aesthetic, like the cute, creepy, cute kind of aesthetic with all the different bugs and the two protagonists of Hollow Knight and of Silk Song are two of the most iconic character designs I think I've seen in the last 10 years.
Mm.
I genuinely don't know who is going to and who I want to win this. I guess I'll say I I'll give it to Silk Song just because I think it's the most instantly recognizable. I don't think you could look at
Mm.
a Hollow Knight or at Silk Song and ever mistake it for another video game.
Yes. Absolutely.
All right, and our last one before we call it game of the year. Overall, best video game. There's actually
Claire
six.
Obscure.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
There's actually six in this category. Going from bottom to top to surprise you the least. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I'm
Ooh.
surprised at this because it was only nominated for one other category. Silk Song, Hades 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Death Stranding 2, and drumroll please, Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
I mean, it's gonna go to Claire Obscure. Let's be honest. It's gonna go to Claire Obscure. I don't know what. I honestly I don't have a dog in any of these races. Like I would say Donkey Kong Bonanza just because I like Nintendo, but you know what? Nintendo's like cost too much money now, so
Oh my
fuck them.
god.
They don't.
Yeah.
Everything's expensive for Nintendo now. And they used to be more of the budget system, and fuck them.
Yeah.
Um, so it's gonna be Claire Obscure, but you know what? I could see like Silk Song getting it or whatever.
Yeah, I could see Silk Song as well. I could see Silk Song, obviously Claire Obscure. I could even see Donkey Kong Bonanza, just from how well it's been received and how innovative it is. This is like one of the most innovative games of the year.
Yeah.
Bit frustrating that like a game like Kirby Air Riders is not nominated because it just came out and it seems to be like like this is the year of ninja games and incredible kart racing games. Like we had
Yes.
I mean Mario Kart World, a new Mario Kart's always going to do well. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is incredible. Kirby Air Riders looks incredible and I loved the original on the GameCube. I wish like I'm gonna unban Jeff Keighley real quick and just pull him in here to just say, hey Jeff, can we do like can we have the 2025 or no? Can we have the 2026 Game Awards in like I don't know February or March of 2027? Like, can you let games that come out that year, be in contending for that year's? Because then, like, what if Kirby Air Riders is nominated for awards? What do they do it next year? Like that
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense
Well,
because
it
it's a
depends on when the
2025 game.
cutoff is. It depends
Yeah.
on when the cutoff is, because like Indiana Jones was the 2024 game technically, but it came out on the PS5 in 2025. So,
Okay. Well, I guess I can see that because
but I don't know if that counted. You know what I mean? Like to
yeah,
me, that wouldn't count. God damn it! I knocked my earphones out. I can't hear you. Um, but to me, that wouldn't count. But I don't know.
yeah.
I'm good now.
I was just screaming the whole time.
I could see the green box not lighting up.
I was silently screaming. Uh, the silent screams of Silk Song. I think it'll probably the spectacle and the hold that it had over video gaming in general. I think would lend itself to Silk Song probably getting it, or we just get, like I said, Return of the King. Clair Obscur wins all the freaking awards. How many? How many was it nominated for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you count all three in the best performance. 9,
Mhm.
10, 11. Still going. 12.
Wow,
Still
that's crazy.
going.
It sounds like it's going to
I
be like
think it's
Return of the King
12.
esque.
Yeah. Because that was what, like 14?
It won like almost every award it was nominated for. It
Yeah.
was crazy.
It was like 14 or 15 or some craziness. I think this is the most nominated single game of any time, of all time,
Yeah.
or any time.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, it sounds like after this airs, we're both going to have to buy this game and play it because, God.
I've been wanting to for a while. I just have not had like money was super tight this year, so I really could not afford to buy anything.
Yeah.
Like I could afford to splurge on some things every now and then, but man, it was a tight year.
Yeah.
So
I played probably the most 2025 games I ever have, and it's only been like 5.
well, you only will ever play the most. That this is the only year you could do that technically. The
I'm
most 2025 games in 2025.
I meant current games of this year.
It would be weird to be in 2027. Like, you know what? I played the most 2025 games I've ever played in my life.
Something about that year, man. It starts to go to yeah. I mean, off the top of my head, Ninja Gaiden 4, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Shinobi, Death Stranding, Sonic Crossworlds. I mean, that's 5 right there. I think that's it. I bought Little Nightmares 3. We still haven't played it yet. Anyway, maybe we can do like a book club or something. Maybe if we can get Expedition 33 at the same time and have some check-ins. Because I know after this Thursday, when it wins everything, I'm going to be like, ah, shit, I got to play this game. I still
hoping to
haven't
get it for
played
Christmas.
Final Fantasy 16. I bought it.
Neither have I.
I bought it, haven't touched it. I bought Bayonetta 3 on launch day a couple years ago, and I still haven't even played that. Curse me.
We got so many games to play, not enough
I
time.
know.
It's a good problem to have, though. It's a fun problem to have.
I guess. I just wish they would just stop.
I like it because it gives me something to look forward to. Like I can sit down and do this next. you know?
Yeah. I also love that feeling. However, I hate that I'm like kind of not rushing, but I feel like I can't take my time with a lot of games because I'm like,
That's fair.
oh, I just got to get to this next one because there's another one coming out that I have to, that I want to play.
That's why I almost refuse to play games that are brand new for that reason, unless it's something I was really looking forward to.
Yeah.
And like James Bond, I'm going to be pre-ordering James Bond, getting it on day one. That is like, I'm now actually with finances being a lot better, I'm going to be using my Patreon money to get the collector's edition.
Oh, hell yeah, with the
it.
golden gun.
Oh yeah,
That's one of the best
yeah.
collector's
So
editions I've ever seen.
I'll probably have to like put it on a credit card and then just pay it off. That's fine.
Nice. Well,
But I'm going to wait to do that until after Christmas because in case someone, I don't think anyone's going to get that from me. I think that'd be crazy. But I like to hold off on that type of stuff because I always ask for games for Christmas and I don't want to like buy something that someone planned on getting me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
I have a separate
anyway,
I have a separate there's this app called Things to Get Me, which is kind of cool. It's a bit janky and doesn't quite work all the time. But it's almost like an Amazon wish list that you can use for like anything across the whole internet. So I have like a list that like I shared to Polisa, and then I have my own like it's just tabs that I keep open on my like internet on my phone browser that I'm like, here are things for me to buy for me, so that there's no cross pollination.
yes, that makes sense.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I'll probably get some interesting things this weekend. Or not. Why am I thinking Christmas is this weekend? This Christmas. Anyway, we should probably GTFO so you can KYFW.
Kiss my wife?
Yeah.
Kiss your wife?
Kiss your
I'm not
fucking
gonna
wife.
kiss your wife.
Don't kiss my wife. I don't have one.
My wife.
My wife.
Um, but
Uh,
yeah, I do. I have to get going. I am crashing a bit, but this
yeah,
was fun, dude. I had a this was a fun one tonight.
me
I
too.
apologize if I looked distant on the call. I was focusing on listening. I feel bad. I feel like I look back on some of these and I feel like I just have dead eyes for
Uh, I'm glad you brought it up because now I can also say, yeah, sometimes that is a bit. It feels a bit weird when I'm talking to you and you're like staring at your computer or something. And there's times where it's like I'll say something and then you won't respond, and I'll just be like, ah.
well, sometimes I just don't have anything to say.
I know, but it's also I can tell when you're reading because I can see the reflection in the stuff behind you, and I can
What are
your
you talking about?
responses are delayed.
What are you talking about?
Uh,
ADHD, maybe.
I don't know what ADHD is, but I got 80 of them. Or no, that's not the joke. I don't know what HD is, but my doctor says I got 80 of them. Use take two.
That's funny.
Uh,
Anyway,
anyway, let
yes,
us.
I have to get going. I want to go. I want to go chat with my wife, see how her day was.
Yes, let us GTFO. Not seeing. I think everybody left so far, which is fine. So nobody to raid to, which is fine. We will say thank you, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. And oh, I'm sad now. Go watch Mortal Kombat 1995
Mm-hmm.
or or Johnny Tsunami, and pour one out for Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Anything you want to plug or shout out or wisdom you want to share? Parting words, love letters.
No, nothing really new to shout out. So, if I think of something, I'll share it next time.
Sounds good. See you then. Tune in tomorrow for Wildcard Wednesday and Thursday to see if our predictions came true. Love ya.
None of mine will.
Goodbye. Spoiler alert, Expedition 33 doesn't win shit.